Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And as I said on the previous video, I have promised that I will show you how I leveled my Jin, my Kurama Jin from level 1000 to level 1200 in like 1.5 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours. I can't even remember well, but this is my Bijou Chakra mode, my Z6, and now I'm gonna go for the training logs. We are at the training logs, and on this logs, like there is a player. The player is mine. It doesn't have to be like an alt or something like that. Use him also as a training log. And if you are over level 300, then this alt or player should be below level 300, because if you kill him and he's AFK, there's no way that you can hit him again. So now what you're gonna do is I don't know for the other Bijous, if how their RBZ, RBQs are, or RBX. I don't know how their moves are, really. I only have Kurama Jin. I also have Komai Jin, but I don't have it unlocked yet. But so anyway, for Kurama, if it's the same like Kurama, then just keep watching this video because it will help you a lot. I got from level 1000 to 1200 for my Kurama within at most 2 hours, and from 1000 to 1500 it only took me minutes. Alright, no minutes, but it took me at most 30 minutes for 300 levels to get my Jin to max level. So what you wanna do is go to the next stage from your Bijou. I think for every Bijou it's the same. I'm not sure, really. For Kurama it's 840, where you have the 6 tails behind you and the skeleton, like you can see here. But for the other Bijous, I'm not really sure. But you should have some AoE moves on your RBZ. That's what I am sure about. You should have AoE moves on your RB and Z. For Kurama, it is the claw he throws at your opponents, and this is why we are here, for the AoE moves. Like in my 4-tail mode, I still got my RBZ. I mean, it doesn't have to be RBZ necessarily. You can do this also with the normal only 1-tail or 2-tail mode with the Z ability without using RB. It definitely should not be the Bijou Dama, because the Bijou Dama only gives you 5000 experience points, even though it is an AoE move. It only gives you 5000 experience points for your Jin. So you're gonna wanna use the claw or the basic Z or RBZ, but never use the Bijou Dama. Behind me, the lock, I hit it with my claw. I hit the player in front of me with the claw, and I hit the lock behind the player. That means I hit 3 entities with my claw, and that gives me 40 to 50,000 experience points. And after I've done this, I'm gonna switch to my 6-tail mode with the skeleton and use my RBQ. Now the reason why I don't use RBZ on my skeleton mode is because the Z mode, the Z ability and RBZ ability are both the Bijou Dama, and as I said, the Bijou Dama doesn't give the amount of XP you are seeking for. You just want to use the claw or the normal Z ability, but not the Bijou Dama for any Bijou you have. One last thing, when you have the blood, I mean this is a blood clock right now. The 6 tails and the 4 tails from Kurama has the blood cloak. Kurama has got 2 of it, 1 6 tails, 1 4 tails. If you switch from 4 tails to 6 tails, you get 3000 experience points when you hit one object. Log, player, it doesn't matter. When you hit something with the transformation animation, you get 3000 experience points. The thing is, I think Adopt Me is crashing Roblox right now very hard. That's why it's not really working for me. And what is not really working for me, I'm gonna explain you right now. Because when I hit Z and 4 and 5 to the same time, 4 and 5, by the way, 4 is 4 tails, 5 is 6 tails. When I hit 4 and 5 to the same time while I'm holding Z, my player, I mean the character I have, transforms to the 4 tails and to the 6 tails to the same time. Well, it's not really transforming to both of the stages. So that means the attributes, the stats don't add up. It just picks one of them, which you hit later. But the point, you get the 2 animations, which means you're gonna hit the lock which is behind you like 2 times. One with the 4-tail mode and one with the 6-tail mode. That means 6,000 experience points you have guaranteed when you are always spamming it. If it's laggy, it won't work. It will only switch either to 4-tail or 6-tail, so it won't use both modes. Still a good amount of experience points, like 3,000. It's very nice. But then what you wanna do is RBZ when you have the claw right here, like just use the claw or any other up, depending on your bijou what move you have, but never use the bijou dama as I said. And then I'm gonna use RBQ on my skeleton mode, because that one also gives some serious amount of experience points while I hit my ult in front of me and behind it the training log. This is how I got from 1000 to 1200, and now where I got from 1200 to 1500. Well, I'm basically just spamming my RBZ, like that's it. I'm just spamming my RB and Z, nothing else. You can do it faster, you can do it slower, but you have to be prepared for accidentally using your Z, not the RBZ, but the normal Z ability. And this has like a 30 seconds cooldown. So be careful and don't get to the cooldown, because it's a waste of time if you are a hardcore grinder. After your MD reaches 0, just reset your character, it's faster than it's just charging. So from 1000 to 1200 it took me like almost 2 hours. But with this chakra mode, I can do 1200 to 1500, I think within only 30 minutes. Doing this technique, like hitting 3 entities at once with my RBZ ability, or maybe Z ability or RBQ ability, depending on what bijou you have or are trying to level. Or maybe Z ability or RBQ ability, depending on what bijou you have or are trying to level. But anyway, this is it for this little tutorial for Shindo Life 2, how to level a JIN. I hope it wasn't too long, but like I had to really explain everything why this has to be like that, because like the bijou dama, okay, I'm not gonna explain it again, but there are some serious points I really had to talk about. But I hope you enjoyed this video, although I just talked and you didn't see like nothing. But anyway, I hope it helped you, and I see you guys on the next video. Bye bye and have a great time, or day, or night, whatever. Curse you, adopt me.